It's got a death curse.
Scream Week here on the Death Curse Club, and we're here in Woodsboro to rank our favorites of the Ghostface from bottom to top to bottom. We're going to do it for you here. I am Zach Hilton. Alongside with me is the one, the only, the principal of Woodrow Wilson High, which has nothing to do with Woodsboro, Jim.
Was Pooh in any of these movies?
No!
No. They all suck then.
Yeah, they all suck. They all fucking suck. All right, so we're not going to waste any time. It's Scream Week. We're excited to get to see part 7 later on this week. We will have an out-of-theater reaction, me and Jim. We're going to have our reaction to the film. Then we're going to have spoiler review on Friday. But it's week, baby. And we're starting off the week with the ranking of our favorite Ghostface from top to bottom, as I said. So let's pull up the tier list. Let's see if it actually works. We went to the tier maker. Somebody already made this tier list, and this goes from bottom to top. Cold soup, close but no cigar. Pumpkin pie, one of my favorites, and iconic. And for me, what are these names? Like, am I able to mess with the... I don't think, oh my God, I can mess with the names. I don't know how I feel about close but no cigar. You know what I mean? We'll keep iconic in my faves. Pumpkin pie's fine. Close but no cigar is weird. So we are going to change it to dead fuck. Or should that be the bottom of the bottom? Dead
yeah, that's
fuck.
probably the bottom is the dead fuck.
Okay, well, we're changing cold soup to dead fuck. I like that idea. Why isn't it doing it? There we go. Dead fuck. There it is. So what should we call the D grade, as we will call it? E. Oh, yeah, D grade. D. We'll call it D. D's nuts. With a Z. All right, here we go. Time to start ranking. I say we just go by the picture, honestly. Yeah. And before we get started, I want to get your opinion on this because I do think it plays suit to this conversation.
Okay.
You don't want to rank these as pairings, right? Like it's individual person as
I think you gotta go individuals.
Okay, thank you. That's it. That's what I wanted to do. That's how I think we need to do this. So I guess from our starting of this picture up front, we have ourselves, the actress herself is Mikey Madison as Amber. From what I remember of the movie, my biggest crux, and now that I've watched, like I'm doing my revisit, which you can watch those reviews right now. My issue is it's never explained in this movie if, Mikey was doing any of the killings.
Actually, it is said that she is the one who kills Dewey.
She is the one that kills Dewey.
Yes.
Then I have a big fucking problem. I got a big fucking problem because I haven't watched that on my revisit yet, so suck it, beautiful. But I have a problem when any movie, this goes all the way back to Friday the 13th, when Man Hands Pamela V is killing people, and it's like, it's a man, it's not a man. I feel that same interjection can be done here. When I saw that Ghostface manhandling Dewey, I kind of have a problem with it. So I don't want to give her full dead fuck, and I don't think I can give her D's nuts.
Well, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you: is that a knock on her as a Ghostface, or is that a knock on just the overall direction of the movie? Like the director, the writer, the whatever you want to call it.
Fascinating question.
Because if we're ranking the Ghostface, like then she gets credit for killing Dewey.
Then let's put into what we're trying to rank it off, because I was purely going off of behind the scene writing, as you said. Are we going to rank these Ghostface as probable? Because I think you need to have it in there. There's no way that you can just functionally think, yeah, she can do that, because that's ridiculous. Like the story of Tina in Friday the 13th being able to do telekinesis is brought up because she has it. If I saw Mikey Madison at Planet Fitness absolutely deadlifting 13% of this movie, I can believe it. If I'm watching her absolutely crushing dumbbells, I would believe it. But
we're also talking about Dewey. Dewey is somebody who gets beat up every movie, no matter who he's facing, gets almost killed every movie, no matter who he's facing, and at this point can barely walk. So it's not like it's 100%, manly man here that she's taken down.
I have a feeling you're really fighting hard for Mikey Madison here. And
what's funny is I really don't even care about Mikey Madison, to be honest.
Academy Award winning actress. I get it. I mean, done it all in this business. But my issue does lie with probability and the execution. My other problems with Mikey, I think she goes too far off the handle at the end. Like throughout the entire movie, she seems fine. She seems like she's one of the kids and friends. And then out of nowhere, just absolutely batshit insane once revealed. Now, that's pretty cool when it comes to when she keeps coming back to life and fucking she's set on fire, she's fucking shot, she's almost beheaded, all this stuff happens to her and she keeps coming back like a fucking actual Michael Myers killer, which I'm okay with. That I'm not having too much issue with. So where I lie with is the actual continuity of killing is where my issue. I don't mind her in the movie. I think her twist is too far. She does kill Dewey, so we have a confirmed kill. I would just put her in pumpkin pie. She feels like pumpkin pie.
We'll split the middle.
Thank you. Okay. Mikey Madison, delivered in pumpkin pie. Now, on these pictures, once again, it's showing the actress who plays Sid in Scream 3. She's never confirmed to be a Ghostface. Fuck, she gets killed by Ghostface in that movie. Like, there is a point in it where a mask and phone drops, but she says it's souvenirs. And I believe what's happening here is that the original idea was to have her as a Ghostface. So I don't know why they put her up here.
So she automatically gets put at the bottom.
Dead fuck. She's a dead fuck. Okay. I like that.
Because even if she was a Ghostface, she didn't do nothing.
All right. Here we go. We're starting from OG right now. We got OG. Skeech Ulrich. Billy Loomis. For me, especially with the originality of that movie, I mean, what I said about Mikey Madison and how that turn just didn't feel organic, I feel Billy's slow turn into the Anthony Perkins delivered line and his craziness fits, because he doesn't seem like a well teen. He doesn't seem like he's goody two-shoe and then all of a sudden turn. Like, there's something about Billy in this whodunit that really fucks. And I think with his kills, with stabbing his own friend, with him being able to get stabbed for the bit, and the bit is like getting away with murder. The fact that he was willing to get away with the bit, I mean, iconic.
Yeah, I mean, he's the original, and also, like you said, there wasn't a big turn. It was pretty much like he was out in the open. Like, he really wasn't hiding completely. He was pretty much like, well, I mean, it could be me. Like,
Well, yeah, it reminds me of the scene at the Blockbuster or whatever it was, when he's talking to Randy, and both Matthew Lillard and him are like going back and forth, and that same kind of playfulness plays at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And it just really does give that, like, I think it is this guy. So that for me, I think starting it off being OG, it really works out in his favor to be iconic.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Okay. Now I think what I would like to do, why is it doing that? There you go. What I would like to do at the end is in order. Like dead fucks don't matter, these nuts don't matter, but like I would like to put these in like tier. Let's tier the tier.
Tier the tier.
Tier the tier. All right. Let's move on to, is that Kieran Culkin?
Kieran Culkin.
Kieran Culkin, who played, I don't see his name. Oh, no, I think we fucked up. It's not Kieran Culkin. That's the guy for fucking Seduction.
Oh, no, yeah, you're right.
This is Rory Culkin.
Rory Culkin. You're right.
Rory Culkin, who is playing Charlie Walker. Again, I'm in the middle of my rewatch. I have seen this. I know this movie, and I know where the killers lie. If I remember correctly, stop me if I'm wrong. The killers in part 4 basically were the Randy and Sid of this entry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that was kind of the playoff. Like, it's almost like Pretty in Pink, where it's like there's a version where Ducky got the girl. Well, there's a version of Scream where Sid and Randy are fucking batshit insane. I think because we lived in a world of Timothy Oliphant, in the world of Randy himself, I don't think Rory Culkin's Ghostface is great.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's very forgettable. I mean, and yeah, he is very much that Ducky type character who still doesn't really get the girl. He's still basically just doing this because he wants the girl, but he's still not going to get the girl.
Right.
And he is very forgettable. Like if you were to ask me, I probably wouldn't even have remembered him, to be honest, if I was listing them off the top of my head.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't think he qualifies very high on the list.
D's nuts.
Probably, yeah.
D's nuts. Yeah, and it's not, the problem also invokes, like, when we talk about Scream 4 again, the mind of the ghost face in this one is definitely with Emma Roberts, and we'll get into that later. So there you go. Rory, sorry that we called you your brother from Seduction, because that's the name of the show as well. I know it's Succession. Suck me. Beautiful. The bit was, I don't want to explain the bit, then it's not funny. Okay, let's go. Is this Dylan McDermott? Is that his name?
Yes.
Oh my God, I got it on the first try because he has a weird name like another guy and they're similar. But anyways, Dylan McDermott. Scream 6, which I can't wait till we get into the rest of those fucktwats. I've said this on many a show. The further away I get from Scream 6, the more I do not like that movie. I find it interesting for the father to be a killer, especially a policeman, a detective on the case, trying to help out. And, you know, if Scream 5 is the reboot of Scream, Scream 6 is the reboot of 2, which also dealt with a family member coming to kill.
Right.
I said it for Mikey, and maybe this franchise just kind of has this problem with it. Once you're revealed as the killer, it feels like a lot of people are hankering to be Billy and Stu.
Sure.
And I feel when they do that, they've intermingled them. They're crazy and they're animated. They're fucking crazy. And that's what happens with Dylan during this. I remember in theater watching him being like, what the fuck is going on? This all being said, as much as I'm like knocking him down a peg, I like the idea of we're in the city. This guy that lives in the city is commanding his other kids to go do these things. I don't think it's ever revealed if he ever put on the suit.
I'm not sure.
I'm
Who's
not
who.
sure. I remember there was two at one point, like you even see two, which I
Yeah.
thought was very inventive and very cool. Again, there were moments of that movie where I was like, "Oh, we're going there," and we don't. We never go there. It absolutely doesn't. But I think as the mind, I'm willing to give him pumpkin pie. I don't think he's top tier, like, but it was an interesting take.
Yeah, I think all, like you had said, they all kind of go a little over the top once they're revealed. I mean, that just seems to be part of the franchise. That's just kind of the gimmick, I guess. I do like the reasoning, like you said. It's, oh well, I'm gonna get revenge for my
For
son,
my kid, right?
and that all makes sense to me. I'm like, okay, I get it. Now, do you know off the top of your head if this was not written by Kevin Williamson, right?
No, no. Part 6 has been written by the Ready or Not team.
Okay, that's what I
Like
thought.
all radio silence
The
had
reason why I
done
asked is
5 and
Kevin
6.
Williamson did do a movie a few years before, which a slasher movie, which was basically the same concept, which was basically the family was doing the killings, getting revenge for their murdered kid.
The COVID movie.
Yes.
Yes, I watched that one.
And that's why I
Yeah,
thought of it. I was just wondering if it was the same thing. So it's funny that there is that kind of a connection there. But no, I think
that's
him on his
funny.
own, like he does do pretty solid and makes sense. He can, being a cop, you can, he's a believable
Right.
uh, force. So yeah, I'm in the middle. Good.
Okay. Okay, we'll give him pumpkin pie.
He
That
also has
seems
like two
fair
other
enough.
people helping him, so that kind of knocks him down.
Yeah, and we can move right in because that's the next picture of Jack Champion. What a name. Best name in the business, not named Finn Wolfhard. I liked I liked his quiet, shy portrayal of
Hmm.
this character, and then at the end, once again, I'm batshit insane, and it's like y'all three can't do this. I get that Jack Quaid is crazy and the whole family's crazy, but even Jack Quaid kept it fucking down a little bit. You know what I mean? So for me, I gotta give him. Oh shit. Maybe this would be my first grouping. I can give him C level because he's attached to the other two. Because I think once we get to the sister, I find the sister's like way that she's being a little more believable.
Yeah, I would actually probably put him below the dad,
Okay.
just because he doesn't bring much to the table for me. One of the things
Okay.
if I wish it was more specified who kills who and who's the ghost face in each moment. Um, I don't know. There's just certain times. Now, there's one thing that no, it was him. Was he the one that was on the train? Do you remember with the girl?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so that's another
Yeah.
reason why I'm gonna knock him down
Okay. We're knocking him
because
down.
because he left her alive when nobody else would do that.
Okay. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Like that
Now,
was the most ridiculous moment to leave her alive when you just to hold your cover when the whole point is like you're gonna really reveal your cover anyway.
that's a fair point. Now we're not. Yeah, I guess that's a fair point. We're good. And if we've missaid this, I wasn't. No, get the fuck down on D's nuts, brother. Um. Now we're not. I'm not sure if he's on that train. I
I
don't
think he's
know.
because I think he's not in the Ghostface suit. I think he carries her out because
I get
after
what
they
you're
were
saying.
attacked
I
and
get
she's
what you're
like
saying.
bleeding and he kind of like leaves her there to go get help
Right.
instead of
Ghostface
just
killed.
finishing her off
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. No, I'm into that.
because there was no reason for him to hold his cover at that point.
Right. Right. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Now we move on to the beginning two from Scream 6. The severed head, let's just go ahead and put on dead fuck. And then Flash Thompson from Spider-Man, who gives us the little exposition about how they are carrying on, which I thought was fantastic and led into a fantastic beginning about these Ghostface killing them. Like I loved the meta over sandwich. Like it
Sure,
was a meta sandwich. I get it. But again, I have to leave at dead fuck because
because he
there
failed.
You failed. You got killed by a Ghostface killer. All right, here we go. Let's move on to Emma Roberts, Sid's niece, if I'm
Yes.
correct. Yes,
Yeah.
Sid's niece. And what I was talking about earlier for me with Rory Culkin is the fact that she convinced this guy to do some shit like, we're going to be together. I'm going to be your girl. I fucking killed you because I need to. But also, I loved the play. It feels more apropos in today's age about, like, I'm going to be a social media queen. I'm going to be the big bad booty daddy. And she almost gets away with it. Like, that was the thing about Scream 4 that was getting me. I was like, I think she's going to leave. And this is fucking awesome. And she beats the shit out of herself. I haven't seen someone kick their own ass that good since Liar Liar. I think she's witty. I think she's smart. I think she was a believable final girl until she wasn't. And I just dug the end. So what say you?
Yeah, I like the character, and I like the end. I remember watching it back then and thinking, like, yeah, it sounds about right. Because that's one
Right.
of the things I think which was a whole nother conversation I will have, that this franchise struggles with, which is the reasoning.
Right.
And I thought, to me, it made sense. We're like, yeah, I get that. Someone's just going to be like, I want to be famous. I'm going to start killing people. And then if you want to have like the discussion of, like with Mikey, can she do it? Because Emma Roberts is a small girl. She's not
Right.
real big. But then we ask Evan Peters, like, yeah, she can do it.
Yeah. I mean,
Like, she can beat somebody up.
we've established it. As much as I am mad about the Mikey Madison one, it comes off on screen. But at the same time, I feel like in this one, there are many females that are being attacked. And I feel like Allison Brie or the friend, like, I feel like those are believable if it is her. Where Mikey Madison, she's not going after just girls. She went after all the boys in that fucking thing and killed Dewey. So, now this is the question: do you put her on one of your favorites or iconic? Because I think this is a discussion.
I'm leaning towards B, or very low A.
Sorry, let me do something real quick. Do that again, you go into your kennel. I hate how smart this fucking dog is. Dog's too fucking smart. When he's not getting his way, he's like, oh, you're doing a thing where sound's involved. Got you. Okay. Say it again about, let's start,
I'm leaning towards a B or a very low A. I think she's solid, but I don't know that she's necessarily on the same level as, a Billy.
I 100% agree with you. Like, my biggest problem is, like, not even a problem. Like, she's a good Ghostface. I just don't think she's in that echelon tier.
Yeah.
I say we put her on one of my favorites.
All right.
All right. And it's our first. It's our first to be there. So there's that. And now we can continue with one of our favorites, Timothy Oliphant. My thing about Timmy that I absolutely loved, the way that they wanted Scream 4's Rory. Rory's getting a lot of shit this fucking list. But what's funny is they already did it with Timothy Oliphant's character. Like, he's the film nerd who wants to kill people because he wants to get famous in the way of, like, on trial. Again, just like how Emma Roberts' character's a social media person, Timothy Oliphant would be thriving in the Netflix documentary era.
Yeah.
And that's what he would want. And I love his reasoning of, well, this just fits. You're coming to my school. I can kill you and help this lady out. And all I get in return is that I'm going to be on trial, baby. Until he's not, obviously. But I think his creepy turn works because he does seem like he's full of confidence and then just absolutely goes wacko at the end. And it's just believable that he would have gotten taken out by Mrs. Loomis because she was just using him.
Yeah, he was a pawn in her game, and he thought he thought he was the one in control. I think he had it all.
Yes.
I mean, because he was young and dumb, and you
Full
know,
of what?
full of something, and just living the best life.
Yeah.
Killing his classmates and getting ready to being the next OJ.
Exactly. And I think, again, for the times, it's what spoke towards this.
Yeah.
I don't think that's completely iconic.
Oh no.
I do feel you came in and you gave us a good take. One of my favorite. So I'm going to give him one of my favorites.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Especially
Okay.
looking at what we have on the map. I'm like, yeah.
Right. Okay. So let's move on to Mrs. Loomis. Oh my God, I knew this cast was going to do this again. I don't remember her name. Isn't it Roseanne
Laurie
Arnold?
Metcalf. Laurie Metcalf.
Okay, it's Roseanne's sister.
Yeah.
That's all I could think when I was a kid watching this. I was like, why is Roseanne's sister the bad guy? That's fucking fantastic. Yeah, you're right. Laurie Metcalf. Look, this entire franchise is convoluted as fuck. It is.
Yeah.
If John Carpenter was a franchise of just Halloween 2, it's this. It's like, oh, it's the boyfriend, it's the mother, it's the sister, it's the friend, it's the nephew, it's my brother's sister's former roommate. Like,
Yeah.
that's what this franchise is. Whether that's good or bad, doesn't matter. We're living in it. This is what we deal with. So, what I find rad is that I feel for majority of the kills, it's like how we had the problem with Mikey Madison. This is perfect. Absolute fucking perfect for me. With Mikey Madison killing Dewey, it kind of had a struggle. Like, I just didn't. Why? Huh? Okay. Like, because you wanted to meet Billy's kid. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? But in this movie, I feel Timothy Oliphant was doing majority of the killing. And there's one specific scene that is devoted to knowing she did the killing. And that's Randy's death.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure if Randy would have died right then if he didn't start shit talking the hell out of Billy.
Right.
I mean, he goes on a full tyrant about Billy. And he gets close to that van, door opens, Ghostface brings him in and just starts stabbing. Believable. I can believe it. And then when they find the body and open the door, you see a lipstick print on Randy's hand. And it pans really quick. So it's one of those, like, if you blink and miss it, but if you go back, it's there. And I love that she has been so full of rage about Nev Campbell's Sid that she got mama strength and killed this motherfucker. And once again, using
just like
this
Sue
guy.
Storm on Galactus.
Exactly. 100%. And it's believable and everything. I'm right now in between. As much as I like it, and I like her little facade of being a reporter, you'll have to talk me to whether Pumpkin Pie or one of my favorites.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, she's a high C. I mean, she could be a low B, but when I think about the characters, as far as like the characters that I like,
Right.
she's not on the B tier for me.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and pumpkin pie her, but I'm putting her ahead of Mikey.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's automatic. That's automatic. Okay, I'm into that. Then the daughter from Scream 5. As I was saying earlier, like, I just felt she threw me for a loop. And I do think even while watching it, I was like, I wonder if she's the fucking killer. And because it was 3 and they did some switcheroo, they did a really good job of making you not think some people.
Yeah.
Again, same problem as Brother. has a fucking psychotic breakdown once revealed, but for some reason I can believe it a little more. I like their little feud with Jenna Ortega at the end. I'm gonna still say D's nuts though.
I think she's better than the brother for sure.
Yes.
I like that they kind of faked her death
Yes.
to remove her from the playing field. It just made it somewhat different, I guess, than what we're used
Agreed.
to.
I agree.
Um, so I would put her above the brother. Does she get up to her dad's status? Probably not.
Okay. Then how about we put her ahead of both the brother and Rory?
All right.
Poor Rory.
Poor Rory.
Poor Rory Culkin, you son of a bitch. Okay. Jack Quaid from Scream the Reboot. Look, Scream or Jack Quaid for me is a treasure. I love him in everything he's in that I've seen. He plays this sweetheart of a character, and I just back him anytime I see him. And then in this movie, my man became the villain. And as I've said before, of like this crazy that comes out of him, I think he tempered. I think he tempered his acting to just stay a crazy guy. Like, I love movies and I fucking want to kill you. I don't think he's one of my favorites. And I'm willing to put him in pumpkin pie higher than Mikey. But that's where I'm at. You're going to have to talk to me.
No, actually, I got no arguments, honestly. Like, I think I like him as an actor. I think he was probably the more interesting character overall, I guess, between the two. Um, but at the end of the day, like, I don't know, did it excite me? Was his reasoning interesting? Like, none of that really drew me in. Like, I don't know. So yeah, I'm kind of in that same like high C kind of realm.
How would you feel above Mikey but below Mama Loomis?
I'm all right with that.
All right. That sounds fucking stupendous then. Nope. You are not iconic, motherfucker. What are we even doing? We have a lot of pumpkin pie.
A lot of pumpkin pie.
A lot of pumpkin pie here. Okay.
A
Down
lot
to
of
the
it.
final two. Yeah, exactly. We have Bro, unlegitimate bastard son of Sid's mom.
Roman.
Roman, director of Stab 3. I have such a kinship to the original trilogy. You're talking, this is my teenage years, me getting into horror. This is a current franchise then going into it. The hate that Scream 3 gets because Kevin Williamson didn't write it and fucking all of that said, there are things about this movie that fucking rocked my socks even to this day. One, I love that it's one killer. They broke it and just said one fucking guy's doing this. Two, you love the voice box thing. We used it for phones. Part 2, we had cell phones. And now part 3, we're changing his voice. He could sound like anybody he wants, which would make sense coming from a guy who works in Hollywood and probably has a lot of money. Like, I loved all of that. I thought all the kills were meaningful. Like, the first one with Cotton. Like, you should have told me where Sydney was, and this wouldn't have happened to you. Wham, dead. I love trying to frame Lance Hendrickson, like, because Lance is holding up these goddamn fuck swords, and Sid's mom got prego. She got prego seated. But I don't know. There's something like how Scream 4 tries to, it's the niece. It's just like Sid. Like this is exactly that. This is the yin and yang. This is why that I feel that reveal didn't hit as hard, is because Sid's powerfulness is also in Roman. And I think for them, granted, the movie, whatever you say, like Sid coming in like an hour into it, finally being a part of it and stuff like that. Like, all that be damned. I like Roman. I don't know if I'm putting him in pumpkin pie because we have a lot of pumpkin pie, but my nostalgicness is still coming through of being like, I just thought it was a smart idea. Like, I think Roman, if we're going to do the fucking John Carpenter school of writing, drink a 6-pack and just make it a family member, I like this one. And it's Sid's family. It's actual Sid. It's not the boyfriend. It's not the mom of the boyfriend. It's Sid's family doing it.
I think, okay. So the movie as a whole, I don't dislike. I like the stab Hollywood aspect of it. I loved
Yeah.
Parker Posey in it.
Oh God, yeah.
Roman is fine throughout most, and I like the certain things that you said about it, like the fact that he was the one killer,
Right.
and the voice box stuff, and I enjoyed that. I
Right.
think the reason why I hate the ending of Scream 3
Okay, give it to me.
and
Yeah, this is
and the
fun.
unveil is because this is the probably of all of them the biggest shark jumping of that there is.
Okay. Okay.
Like this is one where there's no reason why this should have even existed, I guess. Is like we're just gonna say we're just gonna make it a brother that that her mom gave birth to before she met her dad a long time ago, and just for the sake of we just need to make it a brother.
But
We're just gonna make some shit up.
But doesn't that actually fit to this franchise? Like, we can't look at the Scream 3 as Scream 3 was made today. We look at Scream 3 because it was made in 2000 during schlock upon schlock of movies. And Scream was this gem that was put out there that was universally loved, I would say, at the time. And if the whole thing about Scream is spoofing or paying homage, as I've been saying, of like how Halloween 2 was the sister, which just a couple of years prior, H2O came out, which also, and I noticed this on my rewatch, which blew me the fuck away. I was like, when they were in the final act and the scenes of the house, I was like, God damn, that looks like the corridor from Halloween H2O. And sure as shit, it was. Both were filmed in California at the same location. I was like, wow. Makes sense. Dimension, Miramax, all of that. But my point being, though, with Roman and the reveal of being the brother isn't the entire point of this franchise, at least for the first 3, to poke fun at the sequelization of these horror movies?
Well, yeah, this is supposed to be the third of a trilogy, so they call into like Godfather 3, and that's the stuff that they reference
Right.
when they're having their Randy moment.
Right. Right.
I mean, I guess you could sort of compare it to Leia being the sister, just randomly popping up. But it was kind of hinted at in part 2. So,
Right. Right.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm fine with the character. I like that he did his own stuff. And so I wouldn't put him like at the bottom of the bottom. I'm just not
All
a
right.
fan of the overall unveil.
Well, for me, I say pumpkin pie, we meet in the middle.
All right.
Like, he ain't a D's nuts. Like, look at D's nuts. Fucking Rory Culkin's barely fucking surviving down
Rory.
there. Poor Rory. So I'm
Oh
going
my
to
God.
I'm putting him in between Mikey Madison and Jack Quaid.
Good thing Macaulay wasn't in any of these movies to shame him. Put Macaulay up in iconic just to shame Rory.
We would. Fuck, I'll put Fuller in iconic just to shame Rory. All right, so it's so wild. We start, we got our last pick here, which is Matthew Lillard, Scream, the original. As I said with Skeech, like, he did a progression of his crazy. It was tempered, it was calm. But Matthew Lillard's, his character was always boombastic. Like, his switch was just him. There was, fuck, he gave it on the phone. What was your reason of doing this? Peer pressure. I'm far too sensitive. I believed it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, he wanted to have some fun.
Yep. He just wanted to have a good time.
He did. And I think what every person on this list that played the B Ghostface, from Timothy Oliphant to Mikey to fucking the kids of Dermot, all of them were chasing being Stu. And because, I mean, automatically I say it's iconic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you have to put him up there.
He's iconic. And I mean, the conversation, which I don't even think it's a conversation at this point, but Billy's number one.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, Stu is support.
Exactly. So I
Billy's
feel like
the one who motivated Stu to do what Stu did.
Agreed. So Billy won, A1, Stu's AB, so 2. Then in favorites, I mean, I know I have Emma Roberts there. I'm gonna have Emma Roberts there to be B1 and Timothy B2.
Yeah.
Then Mrs. Loomis, Jack Quaid, Rowan, Mikey, McDermott. I think that's fucking solid.
Yep.
And then sister, Rory, brother, then Dead Fox. What a list!
What a list!
What a list! And it actually worked. We recorded and it worked.
Yeah, we're on a roll.
We're on a roll. I don't know. I think this is great. I think this is a fun list. What say you fine folks out there? What do you feel about this? And by the way, I thought this was going to be a 20-minute video. Nay, it was not a 20-minute video. So if you stuck around, yeah, there will be a little editing. So if you watch this whole thing, what do you think of our tier list? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Who's your favorite Ghostface? Let us know in the comments. Are you going to see Scream 7? Are you boycotting it? Let me know in the comments. We will catch you later on. Again, we have a whole discussion coming out on Tuesday. I have retro reviews going on right now about all of them, so you can check those out. Then we have an out of theater reaction on Thursday night. Check it out. And then a spoiler discussion on Friday. So we will catch you next time on Scream Week Death Curse Club.